Welcome back to World of Warcraft. We're playing Wrath of the Lich King as a troll shaman, currently level 23, and we arrived at a sepulchre. I should definitely grab the flight path before we do anything else.
I'm listening.
So we can now travel directly to the Undercity and the Bulwark.
Trust no one.
Definitely have to speak to... who is this? I think our paladin running into the fence. We ran into him before when we were crossing into Silverpine.
This had better be good.
And I'm going to
Remember,
deliver these wild hearts.
patience, discipline,
It's a quest for Quinn,
victory for Sylvanas.
but it doesn't offer much to us.
Beware
Grab the
living.
journey to the Hillspread foothills.
Our time will come.
And there's also one more high-level quest. It's called Baron's Peril.
What now? Watch your back.
It's going to reward us with almost 2,000 points of experience. Can't really use the one, but that's fine.
Embrace the shadow.
We have mail from the auction house. Mail error.
Hello.
Surely not. Let me browse the goods. We need some melon juice. Yeah, it's perfect. Let's place that quest item there. And we can probably sell everything else.
Farewell.
Drinks are important. Maybe I can pick up a quest for Shadowfang Keep right here.
What would you ask of
Deathstalkers in Shadowfang.
Beware the living.
We're gonna get a cloth piece of shoulder. That cloth piece is not bad. Much better for healing than what we've got. Agility doesn't do much for us.
Farewell.
There's a mining trainer, trade supplier.
I'm listening.
Can repair our gear, and I can also sell all the junk that we've been collecting. Not sure about the leather. Yeah, that's a soulbound item. Can try selling the leather. If it's not worth anything, we can vendor it then. The meat as well. The greens we can try selling. The hides too. And can make a bandage to get rid of that cloth. Can move to wool bandages.
Dark lady, watch over
When we
you.
get a few more pieces of wool cloth. And I believe we're doing good. This paladin here is still running into the fence.
Speak quickly.
Arugel must die. There was a rogue, another paladin. There's a priest, there's a lady hunter.
Trust no one.
I really like the Seal of Sylvanas, so we're definitely going back into Shadowfang.
Dark lady, watch over you.
Let's pick that up. More supplies. Yeah. It's pretty good. We need to equip some of the enhancement gear. Those two gloves and the weapon. So now we can head south. 2 quests to complete really quickly. And finally reach Hillspread Foothills. Unfortunately, we cannot quest there. For 2 reasons. Number 1 is... I was not expecting the moon rays to attack us. Number 1 is we need to go to the skinning trainer, because our skill at 75 is currently capped. Mining is not, because we did increase it. So after we visit Hillsbrad, we're gonna be using our Hearthstone. We'll go back to Thunder Bluff. We have a couple of quests from the Wailing Caverns that we can complete. So it's fine, honestly. The Deep Elm Mine. We'll scout for some more veins. If we don't find anything, we can move on. We'll grab both of these. Then we can keep heading south. And I believe we're gonna find a lot in Baron's Peril too. Because it is a cave after all. This area is crawling with enemies. We can quickly mine and get out. Definitely remove the totem. You never know what it's going to aggro, even though you may feel like you've cleared everything. Sometimes enemies surprise you. I'm using the raptor because we haven't done that. We haven't done that for so long. It is faster than Ghost Wolf. Bit more ore for us. And a piece of Mossa Gate. These sell for a lot. And I do mean a lot. Over 20 gold. But now what? This is Pyrewood, and of course, we have to do the dungeon to complete these quests. Speaking of dungeons, maybe we can queue, and we can try queuing as a damage dealer only this time. Because honestly, some of these tanks are really difficult to deal with. And this is the Amber Mill, no, Firewood Village. Amber Mill was behind us. These are no longer elites. In Classic, of course, this area is one enormous death trap. Most people skip it, and for good reason. Even though we can skin these wolves, we can't gain any skill until we visit the trainer. So I'm going to the mine. and then running straight to Taran Mill. That's copper, unfortunately. So the estimate for finding a group is 2 minutes, apparently. That's not bad at all. Even as a DPS. Speaking of groups, there we are. We're close to the entrance. I think Baron's Peril is a cave right here. Oh, we aggroed something. There we are, Shadowfang Keep. And Bree is our leader, a level 24 paladin. We have a second paladin who's gonna be healing. We have a level 23 warlock and a level 24 shaman. I believe it's an elemental shaman, judging by these shoulders. These boys are looking sharp, unlike the previous ones. Strength of Earth is probably the best totem for this area. And other than that, we can use Searing Totem, but only if we need to do AoE damage. Doesn't do much for single target. Shaman moved ahead. He needs some healing. And we cannot skin those either. Seer's gloves, and of course, people needing on the gems. Managed to win this one. Yeah, the shaman run down there. We're gonna be in trouble here as well. These are way too many to deal with. Afford to have the tank dying here. I can barely keep it alive. Rugged shoulders and a tiger's eye. Who keeps needing on these? Paladin. Fair enough. Ask Crom the Sorcerer. Picked up every single quest for this area, and we should actually share everything. share the book, and also the quest for Argal. Unfortunately, cannot interrupt the anti-magic shells. Anti-magic shield. Slowly stabbing them to death. And apparently the shaman is on follow. Vincent unfortunately didn't make it. At least we did get an item. Medicine staff of the monkey. And some leather boots. They become immune to damage from flame shock after they cast the shield, but yeah. I think we're better off waiting for them to expire before we cast it. Paladin is drinking, the shaman is still on follow. barely managed to interrupt that. Need to be extra careful. Oh, what is he doing? Yeah, that paladin is dead. This isn't gonna work. I think we can head out. Probably use a totem. Try to slow them down, even though... yeah. So much for the warlock. I realized that he was going to need some help with healing, but the tank just ran into the dining room. I think the shaman left. Can teleport to the dungeon. I'm not sure if they are gonna be back to complete it. Yeah, we'll see. Not very common, of course, to wipe in these dungeons. That unfortunately, many of the tanks, they believe that they can just pull entire rooms without ever looking back and everything's gonna work out. Most of the time it does, because the dungeons are not particularly difficult, but yeah. If the healer is drinking and you run 2 rooms ahead, it's not gonna work. I think we only managed to kill one of the haunted servitors here. Haunted servitor. Yeah, he's doing it again. So the warlock is not here. Well, he's close. It's okay. That is a bloody apron. 12 points of stamina. Not bad for a caster. You're gonna become pretty difficult to kill, at least at level 18. Everybody wants water. Could use a blessing and, of course, arcane intellect. Did we pull that out of consecration? Would be interesting to see how far we're gonna get this time. At least we'll be able to deal with Baron Silverlane. Ideally we can kill the final boss, so we can get the Seal of Sylvanas. That's gonna be a pretty decent item. Best if we interrupt that one. The Shadow Veil is going to reduce healing effects by 75%, I believe. The Raider Boots of the Bear. Nobody needs these. Okay. A mana potion. Maybe the healer needs those. He didn't pull the entire room. Okay. That's good. That's good. Should be able to deal with everything, including the boss. Best if we interrupt the heals. Fortunately, we are silenced. Once more, let's hope we can get a decent item here. That's the perfect item. The Arced War Axe. Let's see if we win this. You never know. I think the Paladin... Oh, the tank. Yeah, makes sense that he would need it. I wouldn't be surprised if the healer needed on it too. More boss coming up. Look at that. Fire Nova costs almost 100 mana. This chest is honestly... better, I want to say. We get 5 points of agility, but we lose 5 crit rating. No. Can pass on it. Staff is not bad. Definitely more damage. Oh, the warlock wants it. What? Could not interrupt it. Gonna need a decurse. Does a level 21 mage have decurse? Oh, maybe she doesn't. That would be unfortunate. Because we have another annoying curse here. Skill at casting holy spells. Thankfully we don't have to worry about that. The Ring of the Moon. Maybe we're not getting a decurse. That's fine. That's fine. Getting cloth at least. Bracers of the Whale. Okay. Periodic skill reduction. Not gonna use bows, not gonna use, well, shields. Oh, it's not shields, it's actually defense skill. If a tank gets something like this, he's gonna be crushed out of existence. Should definitely avoid it. Fire skills. Mail bracers. Forsaken skills. That's a lot. Made it. Our paladin here is a pretty good healer. Yep, everyone alive. The Face Smasher. Oh, it's a BOE. Large solid chest. We lost this one. Look at all these curses. Should heal the paladin. Honestly, the difficult part of the dungeon is behind us. Our paladin is also asking for curse removal. I don't think the mage is listening though. We get a buff at least. Yeah, you can always get what you want. We're gonna grab the book in a moment. See some alchemical apparatus. Could interrupt that. No idea how though. And that was Fenris's hide. Not a bad item. Slightly better than what we have. We're almost there. We'll go up these spiral stairs and then we need to find... Oh, never mind. We do have the book. We need to fight one of the Worgen. And then it's time for the final boss. Nandos, the Wolf Master. Two of these are elites, the others are not. Feline Mantle. Intellect, Spirit, and Spell Power. Everyone has it. Alright. One more piece of loot for us, in case we have to heal. I expected to pass this one for either the mage or the warlock. And there he is. Archmage.
You too shall serve.
Place as many totems as we can. And Aragel is down. Look at the robes of Aragel. We should definitely pass these, unless no one needs again. Warlock needs. Deserves this one. And that was it. We have the head. We also have another piece of helpful goods. I wonder what's gonna be inside. For now, we can just leave the instant group. That was a pretty decent group. Made a couple of mistakes with the pooling, but it worked out in the end. Let me just equip. I think we're already in enhanced gear. Subterranean cape. Almost expected these to be a bit tougher, but then again we are level 23. We're gonna hit 24 pretty soon, before we complete that quest even. But all we use the wool cloth. These guardians are a bit tougher. They have shields, so they might be able to interrupt as well, although most of our skills are instant. There it is. One more level up. We gain strength, agility, stamina, intellect, and 2 points of spirit. So they just insist giving us spirit. For whatever reason. And the talent point, I'm gonna wait to figure out when are we going to get these unique weapon enhancements. Because right now we rarely use Flame Tongue, and Rock Biter, that we do use, is not affected by that talent. Which is really strange. Something is really wrong with that copper vein here. Someone bought our light bow. Can't even remember how much I sold that for. It was probably less than a gold piece. Also the battle hammer. We might not have to deal with a patrol if we're careful and patient. Not that it's a big deal, though. Why are things respawning? That is not good. Mining skill of 111. That's pretty awesome. We just have to loot everything and get out. Oh, there's a... It's a rogue. Now I see why enemies were respawning. Who is this? There's someone else. It's a level 23 druid. Getting really crowded here all of a sudden. Yeah. Remove the totem and we're ready to get out. We're ready to move on. Next stop is going to be Tarren Mill. He casted Fire Shield and we immediately purged it. Level 25 will be able to use the next rank of both food and drinks. Not sure how that... I'm not sure that we're gonna reach level 25. Maybe if we do another dungeon run. But I definitely need to head back to Thunder Bluff and speak to the Shaman trainer. Haven't done that since level 18. And we end up with a significantly weaker character. Even though we're powerful enough to deal with these enemies, it's still no excuse. that's another shadow gem. Raptor time. So we cross into Hillsbrad. Can probably deal with his enemies. Less the Deathstalker. Stationed at the South Point Tower.
Now?
This is time to strike. We have to travel to Tarot Mill to deliver a message to the High Executor.
Beware, our enemies abound.
We're gonna do just that. No stopping this time. Not even for iron. Well, not iron. Not even for ore. We can see the Hillsbrad fields to our left. Those are a bit tougher though. 25, there's probably level 26 enemies. What was that bear doing? Chasing the mage probably. That was a popular zone. Mages tend to run around the fields and use Blizzard. Doing some AoE farming. Most of the enemies are melee, so they're very easy to deal with. All you need is to freeze them in place, and they're basically are done for, especially once the freezing starts with a Blizzard and Code of Cold. So that was Darrow Hill, and there's also another tower here. It's a paladin going straight towards South Shore. Here we are. Let's talk to Ott the weaponsmith. Get repair.
What do you need?
Sell as much of the junk as we can. Sell the potions. Maybe we don't have that much junk.
Be safe.
Should also open the satchel. That is a vigorous belt of the wild. We seem to be almost exclusively get these belts. It's not better than what we have. Can sell that at least.
I haven't got all day.
So, time to
Embrace
strike.
the shadow.
We're gonna wait before we accept anything else. There was one more quest here. From the apothecary.
What now?
The journey to Tarot Mill.
Remember, patience, discipline.
And that is also done.
Beware the living.
One final stop at the flight master, the bat handler.
I'm listening.
And I think this journey is pretty much complete. I'm going to end the episode here. I'll run back. No, actually, never mind that. I'm going to fly back, turn in all the quests. We have Baron's Peril. We have the Book of Yure and Aragorn Must Die. And then we can use our Hearthstone, go back to Thunder Bluff, fly to Ratchet, and complete these quests as well. We're gonna get the Crescent Staff. And we also get some rewards from the Glowing Shard. But, yeah, we're gonna get to Ratchet before we can complete that one. Thank you for watching. And hopefully I'll see you in the next part.